Okay, Gia, how you feeling today?
I'm turning a corner. Thanks for asking. And you
Turning a
were
corner.
quite correct. So America and the world, take more than one test. It might take three, but if you're sick and you live with somebody that's caught COVID, you've probably got COVID too. Don't be a buzz. That was just wishful thinking on my part. I thought, well, maybe it's something else.
Well,
Um,
you thought maybe you were invincible, or that your overalls were some sort of a protective shield against just about
I
everything,
even thought
including
that like
friends
my
and.
my sweat. I had a theory because my brothers and I, like all our spouses, have had COVID, and
Uh
up
huh.
until now, none of us
Uh
had,
huh.
even though our spouses had,
Ah.
and we hadn't really left the house or anything. And so I had
Yeah.
a theory that we're a really sweaty family, and so my theory was that our sweat was had some
Huh.
repellent effect,
And
like
maybe
against.
it does, but just not with COVID.
It does in general. It's highly
Oh, poor
repellent.
Gia. Poor Gia
But
and
no, I'm
Rory.
okay. It's not.
Yeah.
It's It's not so bad. It's just like a good old this strain. I will just say it's this strain. We don't know what's coming down the pike,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
obviously the ones earlier were much worse.
Right. It seems like it's
But this
all over the
strain's like
map
a head cold.
now. Yeah.
Well, we're
People.
pretty lucky that it's not. It doesn't go in your lungs like the earlier
Yeah. Yeah.
versions tended to. Although I
Yeah.
guess it is still for
Yeah.
some people.
For some
Um,
people,
but
yeah,
the
I'm gonna get another
yeah.
booster tomorrow just in case.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I guess we can put ours down the pike a few months now because this is
I
nature's
probably
booster.
nature's
Yeah.
booster, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
was kind of
so
why I wanted to know because I would go get a booster too, but I don't
mhm.
think you're supposed to if you've just had it. So,
Probably, yeah,
but
wait
anyway,
a while. Mhm.
on the whole, I'd rather not have COVID than have COVID.
Sure.
That's my
Sure.
review,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
I give it like 1.5 stars.
And what would be the star? What was the weight loss? You'd say that would be the upside. That's why you
There's
give
a
it a star.
possible upside with the weight loss just because
Uh-huh.
nothing is appealing,
Yeah.
and everything upsets your stomach too. Like that's not part of a head cold, so I kind of thought that was maybe not.
Right.
But
Right.
you said you know people that have had that, so I
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
I think that could be part of it these days, possibly.
Well, anyway, enough about
Anyway,
illness. Enough about real
yeah,
life. Let's get to Port Charles for cripe's sakes.
yeah, and I would have to say, as far as Tuesday and Wednesday's episodes go, there seemed like there were a lot more. They were a lot more nuanced. Like there were a lot of different layers. I thought, and lots going
Okay,
on, lots to absorb. Right?
there was a lot going on. I'm still angry about one really creepy moment. Uh,
Oh, when Victor was putting suntan lotion on Lucy.
yep, yep.
Yeah, I thought that was awful too. That's a very scumbaggy thing to do.
I'm throwing that in, and then later in the conversation when he gripped her arm
Yeah.
painfully,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Mhm.
which okay, and then I was like parsing this out in my own brain, like it's like
Uh-huh.
okay, you like him because he's a bad guy, and then when he does a bad guy thing, you're like, but I just I the I was throwing that in with our conversation the other day about here's women saying stop,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
don't cross
Yeah.
this boundary,
Mhm.
and the men are
Mhm.
crossing every boundary, whether they're doing it
Yeah.
stupidly or out of some,
Right.
thinking they're helping or mansplaining. So this is maybe just a bad guy being a creepy bad guy. So I guess
Yeah,
we
well,
can
I'll
chalk
say
it up to
this.
that.
My favorite P Diddy line is I'm a bad boy and bad boys do bad things. It's just, the way it
I
is.
don't even like that you have a favorite P. Diddy line.
Sorry.
I'm uncomfortable with that.
But you got to agree that it's all there. There's no getting
I don't have
around
to
it.
agree. I'm not agreeing. Why don't you
You
give me a
kind
favorite
of
Steely
were.
Dan line? God,
Any major dude with half a heart surely will tell you, my friend.
that is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Um,
What about the Steely Dan T-shirts? They got the Steely Dan T-shirts. It's not much of a line. I just like
Not
it.
really, Gia.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Victor was being really, really creepy with Lucy, and I
Yeah, it
guess he's
just kept
thinking that,
rubbing her. Ugh.
yeah, and he's thinking that because she was flirty with him, all of this is okay, right? I mean, that's part of
I
it.
guess, yeah. I mean, I guess we have to like it was light flirtation kind of
Mhm.
funny, the
Mhm.
pickle scene.
And that was
Um,
different kinda because they're like, Valentine was there, right? I mean, it
yeah.
seems like it's different if it's, like, sort of in public like that, you know?
Yeah, but now I'm like, okay, so funny kind of quasi evil
Mhm.
frou frou Uncle Victor is now a potential rapist, and so that's
Yeah,
how we're,
yeah.
I don't
Uh-huh.
know. I guess what's bothering me is that don't know what the writer's intent is when they write. Like,
Yeah.
is that supposed to be titillating to me as a viewer that
Mhm.
he's
Mhm.
threatening to overpower her sexually? Like, I mean, that was clearly the implication with that arm grab to me.
Yeah, anything like that is just a big no-no to me.
But then I'm like, well, is that in keeping with that character because he's
Right.
supposed to be nefarious, evil.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. I found it disturbing. I'm finding disturbing trends. I'm maybe my constant analysis is leading me down a garden path that's taking
Well,
some
I think that's a
pleasure
good
away.
point that we don't know what the writer's intentions are, because I feel like that's sort of a relatively new sort of feeling. I think I maybe I'm wrong too. Maybe it is all the analysis or whatever. Maybe we're turning things over more than we would have, but it does seem like we're sort of second guessing a lot of things because there have been like these like sort of dramatic shifts in characters that are sort of like they're doing a lot of things that are out of character, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
Um,
don't, and I can't. I could see them arguing that, well, that's not out of character for him. But I just wonder,
yeah.
like, are they throwing that in? What started as like a funny flirtation thing
Hmm.
is now taken a whole different turn, and I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
I
I
don't know
just
either. I don't know what his agenda is. You think back to like his sort of like relationship with Liesel, where he kind of kept her prisoner.
right. That's true.
I don't,
Yeah, yeah.
but I don't think he forced her to have sex with him or anything while he was holding her hostage. It
No,
seemed
I
like
don't
he
believe
was
so. It was just a
just,
hostage situation, but
yeah, but I don't know if his range of crimes with women is different than his the crimes he's capable of with men. I don't know.
well, anyway, that was what
Anyway,
stood out to me, and it made me kind of
yeah.
annoyed and angry with Anna, who's basically pimping out Lucy
Yeah,
for
that's true too. Yeah. And
like
I don't know. I think Lucy, I don't know what was going on in her head exactly, but it seemed like it would have been sort of more in character for her to kind of stand up and say, "Listen, that's not cool." You know.
yeah, right, right. She's no shrinking violet. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if she was
Um,
feeling like she had to sort of play this role, because Anna
yeah.
was, trying to force her to get some information. But
Which does I find myself going have to remind myself like, well, now what is she supposed to be doing? Like what
I know, I
the
know.
plot lines are lost on me or in
Yeah,
me
all
or
this
something.
like intrigue, when Anna
Yeah,
knows now that
right,
Victor
right. She
has
already knows
Charlotte
what's
and she
yeah.
has
So
Valentine wrapped around his finger, so yeah,
yet
what
she's
more is there
sending
to know?
Lucy in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Into danger, danger. Anyway, geez, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to bring us all down. God, what a downer I am. Phew.
I know. I was thinking, I mean, if you weren't still sick, I was thinking maybe we should drink every time we are a podcast because
No,
it really is.
I had a couple more nights of martinis, just the one, and it's delightful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not
I know. I
opposed
could
to
see.
that.
Yeah. I could see how easily that could become a habit, you know.
I think
But
that the people in the 50s and 60s, that had a cocktail hour, I think that's
yeah.
not a bad thing. It
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
helped
maybe that
marriages,
right. Yeah. Just take the edge off the
you know,
day.
take
Yeah.
the edge off. And next thing you know, you're playing Twister with the whole neighborhood and you're swapping keys and
Throwing your keys into a bowl.
yeah,
Yeah. And then one of your children looks like the neighbor's boy, but,
yeah, yeah.
it's all
Your
fun. It's
parents are
all very
your parents are dosing you with NyQuil and sending you up to bed early.
have the special punch.
No, Mom, I don't have a
Oh,
cough. Drink your NyQuil.
hold still. Oh dear. We're joking. Of course that didn't happen to us.
No, no. But
No.
anyway, yeah,
Um,
but I'm
anyway,
totally on board with a little martini night next time.
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna be just right as rain next time we
Yeah.
plug. So,
Yeah, okay. All right. We could
oh yeah,
celebrate
oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, also one of the things that I thought was kind of fascinating, although then it shifted, was when Nina was at Nell's grave and all of a sudden and had this vision of Nell, and
Oh
Nell
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
right, and Nell was not like this fantasy version of Nell that Nina had. She was saying all the things that the real Nell would say, right?
yeah. I enjoyed both Nell sightings,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
like a dream sequence, and I liked it was very she was very saucy Nell, and she was very much Nell of real Nell. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I thought isn't that cruel of Nina's brain to play that trick on her because it's
Yeah,
her own
and I
brain
liked watching her
generating that.
face, like, trying to, like, sort of
Yeah. Yeah.
absorb that this reality, like, she couldn't
Yeah.
really rewrite her, this
Right.
version she
And then
had of
Carly
Nell.
comes along and just slams her to the ground even
Yeah, and
further,
even, like, before that,
It's
like,
like
when Nina was talking to Willow and all of a sudden it turns and Nina goes back into that, like, reflex of
right.
defending Nell and it seemed like I was feeling for Nina for a while there, but then she sort of
But
made it
then yeah, she
difficult
goes back
again.
into it, right. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. But
and
yeah, I
even
thought that
I
was a good use of Nell.
yeah, it was good to have Nina get that sort of dose of reality, even if it was like a trick that her mind was playing on her.
Yeah,
But
even
I
if it
was
doesn't
also
last.
thinking, yeah, yeah, hopefully somewhere in her mind it's gonna linger. But I was thinking also she had just run into Brooklyn, I think in the same dress, so I'm assuming in the same day. and
Yeah, you
and
never
Brooklyn
know.
was Brooklyn mentioned that she couldn't sing anymore. Remember when she was talking to Sonny and
Oh
and
yeah,
mentioned
right.
that Nell
Yeah.
had slit her throat in front of Nina.
Right. Yeah.
And that
When she
was
was
like
asking for a
definitely on her
autograph.
list of crimes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's
Yeah, that
really
it's not
yeah.
that's not a friendly act,
No,
slitting
no.
someone's throat. Whether they're a
I know
singer or
somehow
not,
I
that's
feel
just not
right,
polite.
right. No, it's not. But somehow I feel like Nina can explain away some of these things because, like, she didn't see them. She didn't see her, like, leaving Michael in a car that might explode. She
Right,
didn't
right.
see
Well,
the Carly
that's
trying to
Nina's
save.
defining. Yeah. That's her
Yeah,
defining quality is justifying her actions to the hilt, like
yeah,
justifying keeping Sonny a secret all that 9
yeah,
months or whatever it was.
yeah.
Um,
And I thought Carly's lines were really good when she sort of
oh
intervened on
yeah,
Willow's
she like
behalf.
spoke the truth there.
Yeah, because it's been a little while since we've had like that sharp Carly, and maybe that's like what it takes is for her to have somebody like Nina, where it's really sort of black and white in Carly's mind.
Yeah, yeah. But but yeah, it was a day at the graveyard. We had Anna and Robert
Yeah,
also
yeah,
at Peter's
at Peter's
uh
grave. And I couldn't
desecrated
remember like
stone.
who decided that Peter should be buried in Port Charles.
I don't remember. But yeah,
It
not a
seems
good
like
move. People
they
didn't
would have
like
just
him.
tossed him off the pier or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
off a
but,
parapet or something. But yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So we had them
but
chatting, and that was a
yeah, and that
sad
was
moment when he put the quarter in Anna's hand, and I thought, "Oh no, he's losing it, and he doesn't remember that there aren't those kinds of phones anymore."
and yeah, that was all a little odd, and then it seemed odd the timing that suddenly Lucy appeared in the bushes, because she had
Right,
just, like,
just
walked away,
emerging out of the bushes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
that was
In a
where I
new
was
outfit. Yeah.
yeah, I was a little bit taken aback there.
I have a housing question, slightly different
Okay,
topic,
sure,
but
sure, uh-huh.
so
Do you put a
all
doormat
this
in an apartment?
time. Oh yeah. But yeah, about that apartment. All this time Sam has been living across from Sunny, and like that's where Sunny's penthouse is directly across from where Sam lives with her children.
That's a good question.
I mean,
I
because he
don't know
was
if
like,
we knew
neighbor,
that.
hey. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
that's the first I've heard of it. And why haven't we seen them bumping into each other or, you
yeah,
know,
borrowing sugar from each other.
yeah, or just can you watch the kids for a sec while I go down to my car? Or,
That would
like,
have been
isn't
fun.
that weird?
That could have been cute. Yeah,
Uncle Sonny with
it
the
is
kids, yeah. Um, I was like, why did they put that detail in there? That just highlights how they haven't been showing that. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I
that's
don't know if
true.
I'd thought about where that penthouse was. I hadn't thought about it. But
Yeah,
they're
uh-huh.
supposedly like longtime friends,
Mhm,
Sam and Sonny,
mhm,
going
mhm,
back
yeah,
forever. In fact, they were
yeah,
lovers.
true.
Which that's kind of been erased, like
Right,
nobody
because
mentions
that
that
makes us
anymore.
uncomfortable to think that she slept with Dante's father
Father and son. Yeah. Yep.
and and
Um,
and Jason, Sonny's
yep.
best friend,
Yep. Yep.
and
Um,
Jax
yeah,
too?
oh yeah, I think so, right? She
So
was with Jack
Sonny's
for a while, I think.
nemesis,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
so,
Yep.
yeah, slut. She's just
So, so
but, yeah, that's true. Oh, and
anyway,
it
I
was a
just
little
wondered if
bit
I'd missed out, but
no, I don't
apparently not.
think so, although we do have big gaps in our memories, so it's
We really
possible
do.
we um,
Some of that
but it would
just tequila, but
and then some of it, could be phlegm for you right now.
it could be. It really
Yeah,
could. Yeah.
yeah. But were you a little bit confused when Sonny was sort of, like, hostile towards Cody? Although, of course, I would think
Yeah,
anybody
till
with any
he till he
sort
brought
of
up Spinelli, and I was like, okay, I
yeah,
guess." But
and I
yeah,
kinda liked that he was, like, looking after Spinelli, but that seemed a little bit, like, out of the
it
blue
seemed a little
too.
far-fetched. Yeah, like
Yeah, like, I
he's
wondered, did
not
we miss
hanging
a
with
scene?
Spinelli anymore.
Yeah,
I don't
and I
know. I
wondered,
think it
did
was.
he witness, like, Cody, backing Spinelli into a corner or
Oh,
something? I
maybe
couldn't
he did. Maybe he did at one of the restaurants or something. I don't remember
I
it,
don't
but no,
remember.
I was
Yeah,
kind of struck by. I thought they were just they just want to get those two in a scene together, and um,
yeah,
I don't know. But Cody just looked his immediate stupid.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I cannot take
uh-huh.
that character. I can't take him.
He doesn't add anything to the scene, does
He's
he?
jamming me. To quote Tom Petty, he's jamming me. Ugh.
I I'm not sure that means what you think it means. Maybe it I don't
Well,
know,
then I take it
let's
back.
just
But
pretend it does. If we could just edit out
all
that 10 seconds.
right.
Uh, no, no, I'm just kidding. So yeah, okay, so there all of that was a little bit that was my one of my least favorite scenes, and I was thinking that, like, all the lovey-dovey Dante Sam stuff seems to me that it's setting
Uh,
them up for
yeah.
something major, right?
I guess I don't know, but yeah, I hate that. Like where they're walking around trying to like hold hands, and I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I've never been a hand holder. I know that's shocking, but I find that unbelievable in people. Just
Yeah, I'm always a little when I see, like, old people holding hands, I'm kinda
well,
blown
that
away
may
by
just be
that
for balance. That may be just
because they don't wanna spring for
they
a
don't want to
cane
go
or something.
down. They don't want to go down, man. It's like
They're just being practical. Okay, okay. I can
exactly.
respect that. All right. Well, you're approaching the age where you're going to need to start holding hands with Rory.
Tell me about it. I mean, seriously. Oh, God. Like I will say, like, I hope this doesn't. I hope I don't have the long COVID or whatever. Because, like,
Yeah,
at the start of this, when I was didn't quite know I had it yet, but I was like
yeah.
outside and it was hot, but I was dragging the hose around, like watering all my plants, and I was like,
And you're talking literally about a hose.
yes, literally a
Okay,
hose. Although it
okay,
is
good,
one of those sort
good.
of weird, one like crinkly ones that like get
How you made it sound naughty.
that gets you know
Yeah.
turgid when you turn the water
How long have you been sitting on
on.
this?
But anyway, the point being was that just like being outside for 10 minutes and watering plants, and I was like, I don't think I can put the hose back on the hose rack. I was like, I think I'm gonna have to go in and just tell the old man to please put the hose away. Like
Put your
I
hose
was so
away.
fatigued.
Oh gosh, we have fun.
Grow up. Um, but anyway, so when people say fatigue, it's like, okay,
Yeah,
I get it. When you're just when
yeah,
like just getting up and going to the bathroom and back, it's like, phew, that was a hell of a
yeah,
trip. Like,
yeah. That's scary, isn't it, when you have those sort of episodes?
yeah, and you're like, oh, huh, like,
Yeah, yeah.
wow. I guess
I
that's what
know.
old age would be like every day. Can't
I
wait.
know. I guess we
Um,
should really be taking ourselves, not taking ourselves for granted. Our health.
no, I know,
Yeah,
seriously. Um,
seriously.
but
Although we
anyway,
will still do cocktails occasionally
oh
because
yeah,
that's
that's
just
for
fun.
your health.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing that annoyed me about Cody was like he'd come in with a box that's got in huge markers says kitchen, and then
And
he
it's
says,
facing them.
yeah, and then he says this says kitchen, and it's like right, so take it to the freaking kitchen, you know.
Asshole. Yeah, that would be better if
But
they said things like that.
yeah, and he's in the same T-shirt, like, do you have another
Oh, yeah.
T-shirt?
Yeah.
I
Maybe
mean,
he
I guess he's
buys them
supposed
by
to
the
be poor.
dozen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I buy those packs too, so I shouldn't say
Yeah.
anything. But I don't know why they can't mix the colors up a little more.
Yeah, that's true. They could, because you can get a variety pack. We all know that.
That's true.
But
We all know that.
it would be kind of nice if,
This is
if
this is why we're such fashion mavens. We're talking
yeah,
about the
because
packages of T-shirts.
and I'm talking about the men's T-shirts. Are you?
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Pocket
uh,
tees. But yeah, he was annoying.
Yeah. I kind of
I don't
wish
know.
like it would be nice if maybe Dante and Sam sort of acknowledged that he was an asshole, and it was sort of like
Yeah.
maybe everybody just agreed to put up with him, instead of acting like he's some hot, decent
Well, the
guy.
women are all still like Maxie had a line about I would have had a
I
go at him.
know. Come
I was
on,
like, what?
Maxie.
That is not
Jeez.
what Maxie would have said. It's no way.
No. And was she around when he punched Scotty? Was she there in that scene? She would have heard about it anyway,
Uh,
right?
yeah, everybody would have heard about it. No, I don't think she
Yeah.
was there, but she should have heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I
moving on to we had Maxie and Felicia and Mac, and the
yeah,
big
that was
reveal.
it was kind of refreshing because it didn't seem like they sat on that for too long, right?
Yeah, and I enjoyed Felicia's little quick synopsis of what had
Yeah.
happened.
Uh-huh. Yep,
And she
yep.
was married to this awful, awful man, you know, and she was pregnant, but somehow they convinced her it was all a dream or whatever it was.
Yep, yep. Uh-huh. Just maybe
Okay,
a
yeah,
cyst.
yeah,
Maybe it was
yeah.
just a big cyst, pus-filled cyst.
Something you ate, a bit of bad beef, a morsel of potato.
A morsel of potato, is that what you said?
Yeah, but I don't
I
think that's the right line. What is that?
From what? You going for, like,
Christmas,
Dickens?
Christmas
Yeah,
Carol.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
okay, uh-huh.
that maybe it was a bad bit of beef, a morsel of something. I don't know. You don't know that
Yes.
line? Come on.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember
You
that
don't
one,
watch that
Gia.
every year? Huh.
No, not every year. No, after watching it once, even though I think some of the performances are great, there's something about like just having to wait for each of the ghosts that I just find very
Or they
tiresome.
did they just take too long for you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like maybe they could just recap a couple of ghosts, and just highlight the best one.
Huh. I think you need to be visited by all those ghosts. Like, obviously, there's some flaw in your personality that could take a little ghosting.
I know, and I love
Anyway,
Dickens otherwise. I'll say that.
okay, all
Anyway,
right. Um,
anyway.
so did you enjoy Mac like having the freak out? Did you think he did a good job of that?
Um, I guess I don't know. I still want him to understand how much of an asshole Cody is. It didn't seem like that was really part of his equation. I mean,
Yeah. And that'll be
and I
awkward all the way around if he's gonna try and approach him and like, but
yeah,
Cody will be calling him dad within a week. Like
pop,
Curtis calls Marshall
yeah,
dad. It's like,
yeah,
what?
just
You wouldn't
just.
do that. You would not do that.
I know that's still not
Yeah.
right. So
I
yeah,
mean, we have
so
some stuff with Marshall, but I don't know if I even want to talk about it.
I don't have the stomach for any of the Marshall part of it.
Yeah.
But can we shift over to that scene? Are you done with the Mac Felicia
Yeah,
Maxine
yeah. I
scene?
just was wondering, like, do you think they'll give Mac an actual, like, real storyline?
Yeah, yeah. I was wondering that too. It seemed like a curious choice if suddenly he is going to be pulled into something,
Yeah, yeah.
more
Well, it'll
more
be interesting to
significant.
see. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Um at the Savoy, second. Oh, the one thing that I thought was interesting and kind of caught me a little bit off guard was when Stella remembered that she had never
Oh,
put the divorce thing in
oh
the
my
mail.
God. I mean, that was like 25, 30 years ago when that
Yes,
happened, right?
yeah, yeah, 32 years
Ah.
ago, Gia. Yeah.
And I mean, like, and they've had these massive moments where suddenly she goes silent and has that memory, and
No one looks off to
like
the side.
so heavy-handed. It's like
Yeah.
just
They should have
wrap
that
it
like
up.
accordion music or whatever, like that organ music, like
Yeah.
when somebody has some like dramatic realization.
And wouldn't like I've never been divorced to my credit, and but
And
I would
Rory's
think,
misfortune.
yeah, Rory's dismay. I would think. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know, but I'm
Mhm.
guessing when you do your taxes and stuff, you would need papers like that, wouldn't you? Need those documents? And they're both like, I don't know. Both
I
Jordan and
did
Kurt's
let
like,
the mail pile
gosh,
up.
yeah,
It's all in the back of my car, which would be what I would say. That would
yeah.
be that would be me. I might not be
I
keeping
think
track
I'm
of stuff like
divorced, but yeah. But I don't. Maybe
well,
I'm wrong. I mean, you divorce people out there. Tell me, maybe you don't need those documents. But I would think, every single thing you fill out asks if you'd had, like your health
yeah.
insurance. Have you had a
Yeah.
major change in blah blah
Right,
blah blah blah?
right. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, so you might not need the actual form, but it would jog your memory probably if you
one
had
would
to like
think,
suddenly write down that you're single.
yeah, yeah, and
But
you've moved and all. I don't know. It just
yeah.
seemed a little odd to me. It seemed like an odd
Yeah.
detail.
Yeah,
But
and again, yeah, Portia was sort of swirling around in that giddy, like schoolgirl
yeah,
way.
yeah, yep.
I don't know why that's how they think she would be at this point.
The only thing I can think is that, if she's going like the way of the
Batshit
other
crazy, maybe.
hysterical women that all
Yeah.
need
Oh,
handling right now,
maybe.
like
Oh, that
maybe
would be
she's gonna
interesting.
get brittle and hysterical and have to be carted off to a nervous
Yeah.
hospital
Yeah.
and, have
Uh-huh.
Curtis save her in some way.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting.
no,
Mhm.
I don't know. I again, I think they think they're giving us romance
Yeah.
with the engagement, and oh, now we'll be
Mhm.
excited about a big wedding and everything, and we
Mhm.
know it's all going to come apart with the reveal of
Yeah. Mhm.
um what I don't look forward to is if they're going to have a schizophrenia storyline with Trina.
Mhm.
you know
Yeah.
which is what I'm worried will
Yeah.
well, like, does that have to be the trigger for
Right.
for the truth to come out.
Right, right. Yeah. Well, it seems like with the way they're throwing all this in Jordan's face, it's sort of making you feel more like, oh, come on, Jordan, just like rain on their parade, all of it, please. Uh, I feel more
You
sympathetic.
want her to? You want her to come out with it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I feel more sympathetic towards her now because it seems
Oh,
like they're
I
they're
feel like I
just
just want her to get her beak out of there. And
well, like she knows Portia is a liar now. And then like Curtis asking her if she's received her divorce papers, it's like just look for your own, man. you know? I mean, come on. It just all seems kind
uh,
of kind of obnoxious. And maybe
yeah,
maybe
I don't know.
maybe they're making Portia seem so giddy and happy, so the fall is that much
So the
greater.
fall is very, yeah, is
Yeah.
far, but I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be angry if they do a schizophrenia storyline with
Yeah.
Trina when
Yeah.
they've done no build up for that. I mean,
Right.
I'm no, expert on schizophrenia, but the
Mhm.
people I've known that have
Mhm.
had schizophrenia have shown signs much
Yeah.
earlier in their life.
Right.
You know,
Right. Yeah.
there wasn't a surprise that there was a mental health issue at
Mhm.
Trina's age.
Mhm. Right.
It's
Right.
not like something that just suddenly, like, tomorrow
Yeah.
you're gonna be, I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe it can. I have no idea. I don't know.
Well, and the way Marshall's been describing his, it sounds like, there were no almost no real episodes, right? It seems like he
Just the one. Yeah.
yeah.
Just
And,
just
and
the one.
miraculously, he's been,
Yeah,
getting
it would be
meds
cool if
and
they I commend the show for tackling a lot of mental health issues because they
yeah.
do and they have.
Yeah.
But it would be
Mhm.
cool if they made this one a little more had a little more realism to it, like
Yeah.
show
Uh-huh.
Marshall struggling with
Yeah.
something. Um
Yeah. Uh-huh.
show him going to a counseling session or
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what it's like to be on meds and to be I really
Yeah.
don't. But that's I mean that's so I would be a prime person to give a little education to,
I think we all
Gia.
could use that education. Yeah. But
Yeah, I'll tell you, I still see memes and jokes about implying that schizophrenia is a multiple personality. Like I told myself
mhm.
and my other self, or that kind of shit.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I think that's a whole different disorder.
Yeah.
Like
I think it is. Yeah.
anyway, I
Uh-huh.
think we do need more education
Yeah.
in
Mhm.
so many ways. Both of us need a lot more education.
A lot. A lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And in a
yeah,
way, a soap opera is a great place for it because it is on every day and they can take time, to really develop a story.
yeah, yeah.
So, anywho.
Um, Another annoying aspect of the Marshall story that happened was
Mhm.
suddenly butting in and trying to kick Sonny
Yeah.
out, like
Yeah.
getting all in
Uh-huh.
what was basically Curtis's business.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
Like, why didn't Curtis get pissed at him for that? I would have been pissed at him.
I know. It seemed like he's trying way too hard to be so kind to Marshall, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's commendable, but still, it was like,
Yeah.
what? Why are you suddenly butting in? I don't know.
Mhm.
It was weird. I thought it was weird.
Yeah. And I still don't quite understand why Curtis is so turned off by like Sonny's presence, suddenly.
Or why Marshall is so very turned off by like he
Yeah,
has
and he
hated
always
Sonny from the
has
get
been.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and
And
we
I
don't
thought it was
really.
because of the mental health thing. Like he knew that
Mhm.
Sonny knew something about him. But
Yeah.
now he's been open about it. So why, I don't
Mhm. Right. And
know.
I didn't like Selena at all in that
No?
episode. Well, she's talking about the Savoy like she's part owner,
Yeah. Yeah, I
and
like that.
that man, if Curtis heard that, he would have shit in his pants, don't you think?
Yeah, but well I like that because that means she's gonna be, making him do
Yeah,
some uncomfortable stuff soon,
yeah,
not
yeah.
just
Right,
Brad. He's,
right. Yeah,
yeah.
maybe more so Curtis than Brad.
Yeah.
She thinks she owns
Yeah.
him.
What do you think is going on? Our very final scene was a meeting at the end between
Oh, yeah. Sonny and
Sonny and
Victor?
Yeah. Yep.
Did oh Anna asked Sonny, right? If he knew about anything that Victor might be up to.
Oh, did she? So
I
it's
think
just a
so.
fact-finding mission of some
That's what
kind?
I'm thinking. Maybe he's just sort of sniffing around to see if he can figure anything out. I'm not sure. I don't know, but
What we
that's what
really
I'm
need is
guessing.
Laura to come back and take care of Victor. She's the only one
Yeah. Yeah.
capable. I mean, I love Anna and Valentine, but they are the worst at this spy business.
Oh man,
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
they're no good. I mean, she talks the talk and she's got the accent, and I don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they just
They
they don't know how to
they
finish
both
off
have
these
that
people.
sort of debonair demeanor and everything. Like they
Yeah.
could be in a Bond movie, but they
Yeah.
can't. They don't have the
They
goods.
can't
So they
pull the
really don't.
trigger.
Yeah, they can't pull the trigger. I think Lasha would take care of things.
Ah, I think so too. Yeah. And that Valentine is responsible for her being out of town, right? Did he
Yeah, because she's still taking care of her mother
and
somewhere,
did
right?
he arrange to have her mom's place set on fire? Is that
I think so, or yeah, I think he did. Yeah,
that
it's
seems
not
sort
really
of
funny.
it just seems like a little extreme.
It's yeah, he could have done something a little more subtle,
I
maybe.
don't I'm not sure what, but yeah, that seems
Yeah,
like people
yeah,
actually could have been hurt in a fire.
yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so it's odd.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess we had a little action. I feel you just watched both episodes. I felt a little out
Mhm.
of it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a
so
lot to remember, really. Even if I
yeah.
just watched them, I feel like there's still stuff that I know I've forgotten to mention. But it seemed like
Yeah,
there were a lot
hopefully
of
we hit the big stuff.
layers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and well, you didn't
Oh, I
talk
know the one thing. We're
Spencer.
probably about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
What? What?
I was thinking Spencer and Trina. That was
Oh, I
that
was
was
I
more
was
Tuesday.
yeah, I was gonna say Cam's big song
Yeah,
with
his
his
band.
band.
Yeah.
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 What'd you
They
think?
sounded pretty good, I thought.
I thought so too. I thought, uh-oh, here we go. But I thought
We've
they were
heard
good. I thought
Cam,
we've heard him before doing,
like an
lovely
acoustic thing.
acoustic
Yeah.
ballady, but this was
Mhm.
sort of bandy,
Rocking.
and they were rocking it, and it was good. It was just plain good pop. It reminded me
Yeah.
of what was that guy's name? Matthew Sweet. Matthew Sweet.
Yeah,
Does that ring
Matthew
a bell?
Sweet. Yeah, that's a yeah.
He
Mhm.
was kind of a pop rocker.
Yeah.
Uh,
And it was kind of seemed like a missed opportunity. Like they could have had Cam have this like hobby in this band, all along, right? Cuz obviously they practiced before this performance, you know.
yeah. And what would the opportunity have been?
Well, like
Like
it would have been
bring in more characters, or?
another dimension of his character at least,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
And
Cuz
that's
I mean,
cooler than being a soldier,
definitely,
like.
I was gonna say that, yeah, it gives him a bit of a coolness, that maybe Joss didn't think was there up until now,
Yeah, I think that, for Joss, she has known Cam since they were kids
Yeah,
and she's been
yeah,
pushing him around in the
yeah.
sandbox forever.
Yeah,
And
right.
so he's just too familiar, and now she's got this
Yeah,
bright
that's right.
shiny new coin.
Yeah,
We
right.
never talked about how stupid that dumpster scene was.
I know,
Um
we didn't. I know. It was
just
stupid.
just the believability of
Yeah.
finding a bracelet in garbage bags,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Very, very implausible, and, yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna hop into a dumpster at a hospital, even if it's not the medical
Well,
waste, I
wouldn't you
feel
just
like.
get up there and maybe throw bags
Pull out some
down?
bags, yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
dump them out because
mhm,
the weight of a bracelet's gonna go to the bottom of a bag instead. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
yeah, it was
and if
just,
there's anything sharp in there, it's like slicing a
yeah.
vein or
I
something,
mean, I
right?
get it was a cliched to have them
Yeah,
together and all that stuff,
yeah.
and him taking his shirt off. I'm liking them getting together as a couple. Um,
Just because of all the waves it's gonna create.
yeah, yeah. Well, and he's interesting. I don't know. I find him a little interesting now.
Alright, Gia.
I like a bad guy a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, sure you do, sure you do. Well, I'll
Well,
say
and
this go ahead.
I was just gonna say that. Well, she can hold her own,
Yeah,
so
definitely,
she's
yeah, yeah.
I'd like to see her go up against somebody that's not just a puppy dog. Cam's such a sweetheart.
He's such a
He
good
needs a
guy.
Trina. He needs a
Exactly.
Trina.
Yeah, well, and I'm afraid like when I saw like during the band scene, I kind of thought like with Trina dancing and Rory standing next to her, I thought, yeah, they're not a couple, I don't think there's anything
No,
there.
no, no.
I
I don't
mean,
think that's gonna make it.
she should see maybe when the dust settles that he was a good friend to have during all that,
Yeah,
stress.
he
But
brought her a soda. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I thought the scene with her and Spencer was interesting and
Was
good. I
that where
thought
they were
pretty well written.
fighting over the letter? That
Yeah, and the
that scene? Or,
lighting was
yeah.
sort of weird.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, I thought he had some good lines, and I thought it was effective.
And that they're not friends, and so yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that line was a good one. Yeah. Um, but it made me sad for him to
Look
see how
at
much
you.
he's
You've come so
grown.
far. You have
I
come so
know. I
far.
feel like I can't count on my feelings because they change from one day to the
You
next. But
never could. You really never could. You just didn't know. I mean, if you're like one Pop Tart low, your feelings are going to be so different than,
yeah, I'm
if you're
always one Pop Tart low now.
satiated with Pop Tarts, and the world is good. And
Yeah.
I
Oh
could do with
dear,
a
those
Pop
were the
Tart right
good old
now.
days. I could too.
Cinnamon
But
with frosting.
the brown sugar cinnamon ones are the best. Yeah.
I was thinking
But
about after that waffle scene where they loaded up Avery with
whipped
waffles
cream
with
and
whipped
stuff.
cream and like
Yeah.
chocolate chips and a glass of juice, and then sent her on her way. And I thought, um, that like that's just such a jolt of like
Yeah.
that's hard on your whole insulin systems, and
Yeah.
and so I was recalling breakfast growing up, and we didn't have that, but everything like Golden Grams and a big
Yeah, all
glass of
those
orange
sweet
juice, and
cereals. Yeah.
yeah,
Ugh.
and maybe if you were like it was extra special day, you'd have a square of a Lego or something with syrup, and it's like, well, no wonder I couldn't focus. I was just like
I know.
pinging. I
That's
was probably
probably
just
why
pinging.
everybody's on Ritalin in school now, because
Yeah.
of the cereal.
Well, hopefully things have changed a little bit. I don't know what the kids eat now for breakfast, but
No,
those were pretty
there are
sugary.
just as many of those sweet cereals and more. So
But are they still buying them for kids? I thought parents were a little more like conscientious than.
I don't know, Gia.
Our parents were all standing over the counter with cigarettes hanging out of their. No, no, not really. But
No, not really. No.
I don't know. Did
But
your parents smoke?
no, thank God. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, mine did before, like when they were young. And then my
Mhm.
dad smoked pipes and
Mhm.
cigars all his life, and
Mhm.
he still tries to, but he gets in
Yeah.
trouble.
I bet he does.
He
Little
gets nailed
cat.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Oh
So
dear.
well, I was thinking also that Spencer, like, this is his last night, right? He's going to Pentonville in the morning, and this
Right.
is like his
Yep.
send off, to just be all by
Yep. It's very
himself.
bleak, very sad, very
Yeah,
bleak. Yep.
man, poor kid.
Estranged from his father.
Yeah,
Uh,
I guess there seems like they're playing with these extremes, kind of like now that Spencer really has like taken responsibility for his actions. He's admitted that he's done things wrong and tried to make things right, and this is the thanks he gets. Like,
yeah. I wonder if he'll like. It'd be cool to have a scene if he would sneak into Ava's room and say goodbye, and I don't know, have some moment with her. Like I still
oh, that would be
like you
nice,
said,
wouldn't it?
I would like for them to kind of team up somehow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or at
I don't
least
know.
sort of have like some sort of sympathy and understanding or empathy, I
Yeah.
guess, for each
Yeah.
other.
Yep.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Oh
Anyway,
well,
well, I
we'll see
just
what
like that you're
happens.
sympathetic towards Spencer now, because I'm all in with that character. I like him.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Now he's really he's really done
I
a
think. I
good
mean, I really
job.
think he brought a lot of life back to the show.
Yep,
Um,
yep, you're
I
right.
mean, I like all that younger tier of characters we have.
Mm-hmm.
I like Joss and
Yep,
Trina.
yeah,
I like all of them,
yeah.
but I think he really is a standout, full
Mm-hmm.
fledged character of the not just like one of the little baby
Yeah.
Smurfs, but a real
Right. Yeah. And he definitely has both like boy and man qualities, kind of.
yeah,
He's definitely
yeah,
in that age range where he knows he has to start, owning up to stuff. Although that's not very
yeah.
Cassadine.
No, no. I don't know. Yeah, he seems more like a man than Nicholas, than
Yeah.
Nicholas.
Yeah. Yeah,
What a
that's an
fool.
interesting contrast too, isn't
What
it?
a fool.
Yeah. All right, Gia.
All right. Well, I think we covered everything, and
I think
hopefully we
so. You
won't
held up
total
very well.
downers. Huh? Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. Yeah. No, I'm getting there. I'm gonna take a multivitamin, and
Okay.
I'm in it to win it.
All right.
Um.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we entertained to some degree, and
And embarrassed ourselves to a lesser degree.
to a lesser degree. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
Okay.
appreciate anybody listening if you are.
We sure do, and we're approaching 10,000 downloads, believe it or not.
Woo, baby.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't know.
We'll
That's good, huh?
definitely have to pop a cork on that day.
Um, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Let me know. I'll have to do another trip to that depressing liquor store.
Yeah, you'll have no choice but to go
Yeah,
there
I'll
again.
talk to that charming man again with all his
Go
wisdom.
go armed with some other questions this time.
Yeah, yeah. I'll ask him about the different regions of where the champagne is.
Yeah. Ask him, does it taste the same in a jelly jar, or do you really need the fancy glass?
Yeah, well, if we have champagne, that means I got to go back to that home goods store and buy a champagne glass because I
Yeah.
don't have
Oh, did
any of
you
that
and
stuff.
you haven't had a chance to see if your chartreuse pillow is still there, have you?
No, no, because it's been locked down all the way, baby. But
Yeah, that's
yeah,
why you need like you don't have a friend you could send out to, to do recon at
So
Home Goods for you.
I have people in here I know, but I think they would find that weird if I called them and asked them to.
I would like to watch that exchange. Listen,
Then I have like musician
I
friends, and
have
they'd
a
be like,
big favor to ask you. You need
there's
me to
this
get you some
pillow.
medicine? No, no, no. No, I'm fine.
It's
It's
the
a pillow.
pillow. It's chartreuse.
They would be tiptoeing away from
I
you.
shouldn't
You
have let
probably
it
get that a
go.
lot anyway, right?
Yeah, I do.
There's that
Yeah.
girl again. She won't shut up
Especially
about this
now that I've got
pillow.
the Rona, they're gonna be like definitely tiptoeing away. They know what's good for
Oh, they
them.
do. They do, Gia.
All right. Okay. Well, let's wrap it up, and
Yep.
we'll talk in a
Okay.
few days.
Yep. Okay. Continue to
All
feel
right. See you
better.
later. Thank you.
Okay.
We'll talk
All right.
later. Bye.
Okay. Bye.